everybody, Sherry Lynn here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a creamy chicken Alfredo casserole. We just got back from vacation and we kind of fell off the wagon the whole time we were there between the cocktails and the flour tortillas. So today is our day to kind of reset our keto diet and kind of jump back on the horse, as they say. So let's jump right into this recipe. I'm sure you guys are going to love it. It's really low carb. The only carbs in this recipe really are coming from the broccoli. So let's get to it. The first thing you're going to want to do is cut up into large pieces, 8 to 10 slices of cooked bacon. You want to leave the slices fairly large like this. And go ahead and set that aside. We're going to be using it later. The next thing you're going to need to do is cut in half 3 to 4 chicken breasts. Now I'm using 3 because that's what came in my package, but this recipe makes enough sauce so you could even use 6 chicken breasts if you wanted. Just go ahead and slice each breast in half. And when you're done, they should look about like this. The next thing you're going to want to do is add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to a large baking dish. Whatever size works for you, you want your chicken breast to be able to lay flat once put inside there without having to stack them on top of each other. Next thing you're going to do is mince 3 cloves of garlic, and you just want to put that right into the olive oil that you put in the baking dish. So go ahead and give that a good squeeze. And the next thing you're going to do is add red pepper flakes. And I just sprinkle this in. I don't really measure, so you can do it to taste. And then just go ahead and stir that together in with the garlic and the oil and just kind of get it even in the pan like this. The next thing you do is just go ahead and lay your chicken breast right in the baking dish. So they look like this. You just want them to be flat in the pan. Next, we'll want to generously sprinkle black pepper evenly all over the chicken breast. Now, I love black pepper, so I put a generous amount on, but do it to your taste. Then you'll want to do the same with garlic powder. And then we're going to set this aside and move on to the sauce. So while we're here, we're going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And you're going to take 4 tablespoons of butter and melt that over medium heat in a saucepan. While that's melting, pre-measure 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and set that aside until the butter's melted. So once you get your butter nicely melted, go ahead and just mince up 1 more clove of garlic and get that nicely incorporated into the butter. You really want the garlic flavor to infuse the butter here. And oh my gosh, the house is smelling so good already. You cannot beat the smell, I don't think, of butter and garlic. So go ahead and give that a stir. And once it's nicely melted, you'll want to add your 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Now this does thicken up a bit as it cooks, so go ahead and just keep stirring it. And you'll want to bring it to a slight boil. Just keep stirring and adjust the heat as necessary. You don't want it to be a rapid boil. Next thing you're going to want to do is to melt 1/4 of a package of cream cheese into the sauce. So go ahead and just stir that until it's completely dissolved into the cream and butter mixture. Once that's done, you'll want to add about 4 ounces of a shaved Parmesan cheese. Now I purchased mine, but feel free to grate your own if you want to do it that way. This is just easier for me. And you'll want to fully dissolve this into the cream, butter, cream cheese mixture as well. Now that you've done that, your sauce is done. And go ahead and take a couple big spoonfuls and just kind of drizzle that on top of all the chicken breasts. And just kind of coat it so it looks like this. Next thing you're going to want to do is to take a medium head of broccoli, and I have these cut up already, but you just want to use the flowerets and go ahead and put a nice layer of broccoli on top of the chicken. And then you'll want to finish that off with the remainder of the sauce. And I just pour it on and get it as even as possible. Next thing I do is I have this basil grinder, and I just go ahead and give it a couple shakes of that. Fresh basil would be great. Then you can top it with your bacon slices and then sprinkle liberally some Parmesan cheese, the kind that's powdered that you can buy at the grocery store. The last step is to take mozzarella cheese, and you want to sprinkle a thin layer on top of the entire casserole. And what this does is it helps bind the casserole together, and plus it's just delicious. So now that that's done, your next step is to go ahead and put it in the oven, and you'll want to cook it for 10 minutes uncovered. After 10 minutes, you'll want to go ahead and put some aluminum foil or a cover on the baking dish. And this just keeps the cheese and the broccoli from getting too burnt. So go ahead and put that back in the oven, and you'll cook it for about 35 more minutes, and you'll want to uncover it and take the foil off for the last 5 minutes of cooking. So now that it's cooked for a total of 45 minutes, this is what it looks like. Just smells and looks wonderful. Let's go ahead and get a bite. The chicken's cooked to perfection. Gonna get a little bit of the broccoli and the bacon. All right, here goes. Yeah, I would even eat this not doing a keto diet. It is so good. You guys got to give this one a try if you like chicken Alfredo. Now you could serve this on top of zucchini noodles or something. Oh, that was my dog Bandit if you've seen him. But yeah, give this one a try. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. This is one that even the kids usually like too. So hope you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching. Oh, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell if you want notifications. I'd really appreciate your support. Thanks, you guys have a good day.